Welcome traveler, I'm Free2Play and I'm your guide for successful free-to-play adventure on Ostera. Today we take on the second double battle in Master Training Floor 6. This can be done with general pool units only. 2B did not do anything, which Olberic, Kouren or other sword units could have done too. Up until the end of the fight I also found out a few things I should have changed from the start, but I'll explain later in the team composition part. So without further ado, let's get into it and earn those 200 rubies. The first thing you have to know, if you didn't heal up after the housewife attacked, you have to swap out your entire front row, with no units being faster than the housewife. This will spare you from resetting too often. With Warriors Waltz 3, you boost the defense of the whole group and of course the attack, which gets no boost until Lynette comes to the front again and boosts that again to the cap of 30. Medica is healing whatever damage has been done, and Alfin is coming to the front to cast a Rehabilitate on Lars because he's the only relevant unit in the front. Fiora and 2B can attack with whatever skill they like now, and Lars too because he got rehabilitated, so I get the shield shave guaranteed in this stage. Having enough copies of multi-hit sword attacks with you so that the silence won't steal any important shield shavers anyway is a very important thing. Now I'm coming for the last shields I can shave, and the crumbling cut is reducing the physical defense from the start so that every unit here can attack with the maximum debuff this composition can do at this moment, because I have to break now, because otherwise I wouldn't have enough turns to defeat the Doddering Mercenary and do the Child of the Dance afterwards to have enough power with all of the units, which can be done with Richard too, but I wouldn't suggest him because then the other part of the team wouldn't be as strong as it can be with Lynette. Okay, now these attacks are so powerful that it should be enough to get her out of the way, and of course 2B, which can be exchanged as I said with Kouren, who can do easily the damage cap of 99,000. The full moon comes and paralyzes everyone, but this is not important anymore, but Alfin is going for the regenerate here so that they live as long as possible because of his ult, because when this strikes I have to sacrifice one unit, and it would be good if every one of the party is still living so that I can sacrifice someone without the party which is needed for this phase. But I can still vivify this unit with Alfin as long as he was not in the front, so it's fine. Okay, the first thing we have to do is to decrease the dog resistance, and I can't do anything else with Primrose now because no one is in the front who can profit from her buff, so I just had to do some shield shaving here. And Alfin is doing the best job here to get the para from everyone. The Verse of Valor is coming, and in the next turn I use Lynette again to boost the damage even more, but Alfin has to have this turn because Stats region would be over this turn anyway, so I had to keep it up. This was very lucky here that Primrose was not attacked, but as I said, it is a really luck dependent run. So now we're going for the physical and elemental defense so that when Yanlong and Lynette comes to the front and do the bemusing strut and the celestial bash, I can cap this even further. I need 2 BP from the net anyway, so that I can use her ultimate again, so this is fine with her being in the front again. I was lucky here that she has not been hit again, but she's paralyzed, and of course this will be problematic for the next rounds, but I will tell you later more about this. The Rondo of Dawn is a perfect skill here for Yanlong, because then he can regenerate one more BP to do the Celestial Bash one more at max. And it would hit even harder when the ultimate would come through, or if I had the time to do his ultimate. But it was just the perfect timing with this one shield, and everyone was buffed properly and he was debuffed, so I had to grasp the chance, otherwise it would be a bit problematic. The bemusing strut can now come through because the paralysis is gone. I go for Stats ultimate and for a really strong spell song, and of course the Celestial Bash at max again. It won't be enough to cover his last HP he has, but maybe it would be if the ultimate of Lynette would have come through. So because everyone has the regen up, I would just exchange everyone in the row, so if they got hit a little, they can regen from that, and then I get them to the front again to do the last amount of damage. That it hit Lynette, it was just the best thing here, so that I can use all the other units again in the next turns to do the last amount of damage. So this was just perfect, and I can't go for another break again because I don't have enough turns left and my units are not as withstanding here for his ultimate form anyway, so the 1 turn break was really relevant here for this team composition. So this man has to be beaten now. I just take everyone to the front and do their max BP attacks, and Stat is ending this with the Duskfall. Finally, I don't think it would be possible to shield shave enough of him if you can't do enough damage. I have seen other videos now where the team comps could do this, but this team comp was designed for 1 break kill, so I hope this one will help you here. And finally, it is time to talk about the units. At first, we'll take on Primrose, who has so low HP that I had to equip the Origin fan on her and use an Energy Belt 3 so that she has a bit more HP. You remember the time where she almost died? Yeah, if she hadn't all this HP, I had to reset so often, even if she has her own Rainbow Soul. At first, I started this team comp with a Richard, and there the Kota's right glove was essential for Fior so that I had 6 turns of her passive being active, but now I had Lynette, so it was just irrelevant and I could have used this otherwise, but it doesn't matter anyway because the damage cap was so high anyway. Because of Lynette's HP being so low too, I had to equip the Silence Ward here. It is easier for her to not get into the silence and use her Masterful Cheer at the start. The HP boosts they give are really good, but only 50% resisting the silence at the start is not so good for the guaranteed Masterful Cheer at the start. But I think the Brave Fan can be exchanged here because her Masterful Cheer and the Child of the Dance only occur right before or in the break. So the Brave Fan can be exchanged for the Origin Fan to give her more HP, so you can go for other accessories here, maybe preventing the paralysis at the end, which can make this fight a bit easier here. Because To Be doesn't have any Rainbow Souls now, I just equipped the Fane's Beloved Blade, which is also very good here for shield shaving at the start because standard attacks can't be silenced. This is very good to know and can save you from some resets. The Fane's Floral Ornament, which makes you resist the silence to 10%, would be also a good thing, but I would not rely on that. This is also RNG as the whole fight is. Stat has his Rainbow Soul with Duskfall, so you should equip that because his HP is not as low and he can regen himself with his Medica all along, so he should be fine with the Adventurer's Emblem or with the Minotaur Scarf, and the other accessory can boost the elemental attack a bit. Alfin has the Lively Charm on him because then he can withstand the paralysis when he's not in the rehabilitate mode, because sometimes he's going for the regen, sometimes he's going for the Wi-Fi, so it's good for him to have those. And of course Lars has also his Rainbow Soul, and the Brutal Blazing Blade is a very good skill here to boost as hard as possible. I equipped the Mighty Warrior's Emblem and the Champion's Mark on him, and Yanlong carries a Berserk Road, which does the most damage at the moment, and the Rosary of Truth, which is his exclusive accessory, and the Evening Calm Training Kit. And I thought that the Celestial Bash is going for the break, but it's fine because the physical attack suits Yanlong. And if you want to make him stronger, I have the right tutorial here for you, a 6-turn clear of Yanlong, so go for it if he's not as strong as he can be. If you have further questions, please write them in the comments or in my Discord group. And if you'd like this channel to class up, I really appreciate a subscription and thumbs up. See you next time. You're free to play.